Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Should You Summon for Marie, Fortune Full Bloom. Let's get to it, shall we? Here we have Marie. She is an ice attacker. Her gifts are Magic Blessing, Ice Shield, and Magic Damage Boost Full. Her synthesis colors are red and green. Looking at her gifts, I don't mind this Magic Blessing at all because I love applying it to any item that can have it so that we can increase magic damage for our whole team. So that's always really nice. I'm glad that she has that. I don't really use the shields too often, like I said in my other videos, but I'm sure like they'll be helpful in some stages here and there. And then as far as the magic damage boost goes, like magic damage boost full, uh, I like I like it, but I also like don't like it that much just because you have to be at max HP for it to like work. But I like that it gives magic damage boost like by like 30%. That's kind of a lot. I only just wish that it didn't have the whole HP thing going on for it. But yeah, no, her gifts aren't that bad. And her synthesis colors are pretty good, red and green. I see that you can like combine them with like some other people that are pretty good. Yeah, no, her gifts are pretty good. Okay, you guys, let's check out Marie's stats, shall we? Her stats are as follows: HP 1668, physical attack 567, magic attack 767, her speed is 223, her physical defense is 578, and her magic defense is 478. Looking at her stats are not too bad. Her HP is an okay place. It's not the lowest, but it's like not the highest I've seen. But that's okay. She's an attacker. At least she has like a decent amount of HP. As far as her magic attack goes, she has like 767 magic attack, and that's similar to Ice Resna and Bolt Izana. All three of them have like the highest magic attack at 767. As far as her speed goes, her speed isn't too bad. It's not the highest, but it's not the lowest at 223. I've seen like slower, but she's like somewhere in the middle. Um, and then her physical defense and magic defense are okay. It's interesting that she has less magic defense than physical defense, but that's okay because she's an attacker, so she's supposed to be doing damage. We want her magic attack to be like the highest, and it is at 767. But yeah, no, overall looking at her stats, it's not too bad. I really like her stats a lot actually. Okay, guys, let's check out Marie's skills, shall we? Here we are, Marie Fortune Full Bloom for Happy New Year's Legends Fest. Her skills are as follows. Skill 1 is before attacking, remove your own negative effects, and then after attacking, give yourself critical chance plus 100% for one turn. It has a wait time of 100, the range is single target, the power is 112, and then the break is 10. Looking at Marie's first skill, I kind of really like Marie's first skill because she cleanses negative effects, kind of like nullify and damage down, and I kind of really like being able to cleanse those effects just because they're like extremely annoying. Um, and then as far as the giving herself critical chance plus 100%, I really, really, really like that a lot because it means that she's going to make her next attack crit 100% of the time. And that's always really, really good. I'm always trying the crit to have bigger numbers and do more damage. No, yeah, I like her skill 1 a lot. Let's check out Marie's skill 2. Her skill 2 is critical damage plus 20% during critical attack. After attacking, apply skill damage minus 30% to yourself for 2 turns. The wait time is 200, the range is single target, the power is 500, and then the break is 43. Looking at Marie's second skill, her second skill looks like it could do a lot of damage because it has a really high multiplier at 500%, and then it increases her critical damage by 20%. And if you use her skill 1 before her skill 2, you're gonna be critting 100% of the time and you're gonna increase it by 20%. So all that together means that her skill 2 is gonna be hitting extremely hard. The only thing I don't like about her skill 2 is that she applies skill damage minus 30% to herself, but that's all right because she can use her skill 1 to cleanse herself, and I believe she can also use her burst to cleanse herself, but we'll go over that in a second. Um, but yeah, that caveat isn't too bad for her just because like she can like take care of it herself. But like I said, this skill looks like it's gonna be hitting extremely hard, and for a skill 2, that's pretty good, you know. Let's move on to Marie's burst, shall we? Her burst is before attacking, removes negative effects and status effects from yourself. After attacking, apply negative effect immunity to yourself for 3 turns. It has a wait time of 200, the range is single target, the power is 500, and the break is 93. Looking at Marie's burst, I kind of like Marie's burst because it cleanses both negative effects and status effects, and that's always like really good, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I also like that she applies negative effect immunity for 3 turns. I think that's really good, especially for herself because you know her skill 2 wants to like apply negative effects onto her, but um, this should help a lot. And I saw that the power is also 500 for this, so I think she should be hitting with her burst extremely hard as well. Um, yeah, no, I like her burst a lot. She seems like a really good character. Let's check out Marie's passives. Her passives are when enemy is defeated with a skill, grant negative effect removed at start of turn for 1 turn and grants critical chance plus 100% for 1 turn. Her second passive is after a critical attack, give yourself skill damage plus 10% and it has a max of 30%. Looking at her first passive is actually pretty good. If you defeat an enemy, with any of her skills, you know, it's gonna give you like a cleanse for the next turn, and that's like really good, especially like when you use her second skill to like kill an enemy. That means like if you end up killing it, she's gonna be able to cleanse herself next turn, and the whole damage down thingy isn't gonna affect her too much. And then I really like that if you defeat an enemy, you give yourself 100% crit for 1 turn. I think that's like really good, you know. I like being able to crit. Critting is like my favorite thing in the game. Um, it makes us hit like really hard, you know. Yeah, checking out her passive, her second passive. I really like her second passive too, actually, because you give yourself like crit already. So if you are able to crit, you give yourself skill damage plus like 10%, and it stacks up to 30%. That's like really good, just because like, you know. I think you're like always gonna try to be critting, you know, especially if you like kill an enemy or use your skill 1 before your skill 2. Yeah, altogether like everything seems like really cohesive, you know. um, yeah, overall, Marie is a really strong single target ice attacker. She's like extremely good. She cleanses herself and she hits extremely hard and she crits. All 3 of those things together are really good, you know? She's a really good character. I like her a lot. Okay, you guys, Maria is coming out with 2 Memorias. Let's check them out, shall we? The first one is called Dance into the New Year. The ability effect is while equipped to a character with Ice Affinity, boosts critical damage by 10% to 85%. The stats are HP 18%, physical attack 16%, magic attack 31%, speed 4%, physical defense 13%, and magic defense 13%. Looking at this first Memoria, I kind of like this Memoria a lot. The only caveat being, you know, that it's for ice characters, but the amount of critical damage it gives you, especially at higher refinements, is like extremely good. Like 85%, that's like a substantial amount of crit damage. I kind of really like how much it gives you. The only thing that's not so good about this Memoria is that it's for characters with ice affinity, but you know, characters like Rorona or Christmas Resna or New Year's Marie, they're all gonna be able to use this Memoria, and it's gonna increase their damage by like a good amount as long as they're critting, you know. Um, yeah, no, this Memoria is pretty good, and the magic attack is like pretty high at 31%. Like altogether, like it looks like this Memoria is gonna be helping like ice characters do a lot of damage. I kind of like it a lot. Okay, you guys, let's check out the next Memoria, shall we? Here is the next Memoria, New Year Cell. The ability effect is after making a critical attack, boosts own skill damage by 4% to 34% for 2 turns. The stats are HP 11%, physical attack 23%, magic attack 23%, speed 11%, physical defense 13%, and magic defense 13%. Looking at this Memoria, I kind of like this Memoria a lot too. The only caveat for this Memoria is that you have to crit, but it's not stated that it's for like any character or anything. But as long as your character can crit, they can use this Memoria. I like that it boosts the skill damage by 4% to 34% at higher refinements. I think that's like a good amount of like damage to give. Um, I also like that it's like equal in physical attack and magic attack at 23%. It's like a decent amount of physical attack and magic attack. The stat that I like most about this Memoria though is the speed. The speed is 11%. It's gonna make like any character that you give it to like a little bit faster, and like that's like always really good. I like being able to speed up my characters. And as far as like the effect goes too, as long as their character is critting like every turn, they're gonna be able to keep like this buff up the whole time. The boosting on skill damage by 4% to 34%. Just you just have to keep critting, and like as long as you as long as your characters have like anything to make them crit, it's gonna be like extremely good. Yeah, this is Moria. It's like extremely good too. I like it a lot. Okay, that should be everything on the banner. Now let's go over whether or not we should be summoning on this banner. I think you should definitely be summoning on this banner because Marie is an extremely strong single target ice attacker who boosts her own critical rate, cleanses negative effects and status effects for herself, and both her skill 2 and burst have like really high multipliers at 500%, and like she's gonna be hitting like a truck. And her passives as well, her passives help like increase her damage and helps boost her crit rate and like cleanse some negative effects as well. And like altogether, Maria is like an extremely good character. Like I like her a lot. I hope I get her. As far as the two Memorias go, I like them a lot too. I like how New Year Cell, boosts like your own skill damage as long as you crit, and like it's like extremely good Memoria. It's like it's like really good. And then I also like Dance into the New Year because it gives you like a substantial amount of crit damage as long as you're an ice character, and that's like really good, especially for characters like New Year's Marie. If you can like get the Memoria for her, that'd be awesome. Yeah, no, this is like an extremely good banner. I would definitely recommend summoning on this banner and trying to get Marie. Um, yeah, okay, guys, that should be it for the video. I'd like to start off by wishing you guys all good luck on your summons. I hope you guys get New Year's Marie. If you guys found any of this information helpful, or if you guys liked the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!